Hi everyone, my name is Tiffany Day. Welcome to my bedroom. Today I'm going to be playing a cute, fun little bedroom pop set for you guys. Thank you so much for having me, Cal State Fullerton. I'm very excited to be virtually performing for you all. It's going to be fun. We're going to do a couple of released songs, a couple of unreleased songs. I'm going to talk about the meanings behind the songs and how I wrote them. But yeah, so this first song is called I'm Sorry. I wrote it roughly, I want to say 3 years ago. It's actually one of the first songs that I ever really wrote. And to this day, I still think it's one of the most beautiful that I've ever written. So here we go. This is I'm Sorry. When you said that you were mine, I turned around and looked in the mirror, thinking this could be the time I finally felt like I was a winner. Then I saw everything that I need, didn't think that you'd be missing. Tell me, love, what's it all gonna be? How do I stop the bleeding? I'm sorry. for breaking your heart and tearing you apart. Don't love me. You know I'm no good for you, baby. Don't start to warn me. I made a mistake and I just need some time. I'm sorry, so sorry. Yeah, I don't understand why you've been so broken, lying on the. I don't understand why you've been so broken, lying on the new. I rushed into this mess, but you know we won't stay here forever. Thinking about you, listeners, my heart was gone when we were together. So I saw everything that I need. Didn't think that you'd be missing. How do I let you go so free? How do I stop the bleeding? I'm sorry for breaking your heart and tearing you apart. Don't love me. You know I'm no good for you, baby. Don't start to warn me. I made a mistake and I just need some time. I'm sorry, so sorry. Yeah. I don't understand. No. I don't understand. No. Applause, hit the applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I have my friend Simon over here who's in charge of a soundboard because I always find these virtual concerts incredibly awkward once I finish a song because there's no applause. So Simon's in charge of the soundboard. He will be taking care of the applause. But yeah, so that was my first song. The second one that I have for you is called Cloud Chaser. I wrote this one probably also about 3 years ago. This one's actually probably my favorite song that I've ever written ever. And the actual studio version of it is actually produced by me, which I'm very, very proud of. It's probably my like one token song that I show people when I tell them that I'm an artist. So yeah, this is Cloud Chaser. I wrote it about somebody who I had met my first year of college who really was a cloud chaser. I don't know. I had not really been too exposed when I moved out to LA, and then I just met these people, and you can just kind of tell that they're about the numbers and about, you know, flexing online to other people. And honestly, it's draining. So I wrote this song to get all my feelings and emotions out. And yeah, here we go. All right. So you wanna use me? Think you're gonna lose when I tell you that I'm never seeing you again. Yeah. Now I gotta teach you something. Can you see the person you're becoming? Gotta tell you, I don't think I'm never seeing you again. You seen it for numbers, yeah. Don't think that I never noticed. Call each other for no thought, 'cause I don't want you up in my skin, trying to get in for all the wrong reasons. I'm falling apart, but you think it's ours, so baby, just leave me. I'm sick and tired of being used like a book on a shelf. Put it back and you'll never pick it up again. So you don't deserve a friend. Up in my skin, yeah. Oh, 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 yeah, falling apart. Go around downtown showing love on my name, I appreciate it, but you always take it too far when you telling other people that we're doing so missing. But you don't know me, baby, you see me for nobody's, yeah. Don't think that I never noticed. Call it your for nothing, cause I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I don't want you. I need you far, far away from me. You're such a cloud chaser, up in my skin, trying to get in for all the wrong reasons. I'm falling apart, but you think it's hard, so baby, just leave me. I'm sick and tired of being used like a book on a shelf. Put it back and you never pick it up again. So you don't deserve a friend, yeah, yeah. Up in my skin, no, falling apart. Thank you. All right, the next song. I'm gonna take a sip of water first, and then we'll talk about the next song. I'm trying my best to make this video 100% cut free, because I feel like a lot of times when people film, like live stream, live set videos in their bedroom or wherever they do it, it kind of loses the authenticity of just like how you would be if you were sitting on stage, because people like edit this and that. And so I want to keep in all the little, like, I don't know, quirky bits of like me saying stupid things or just like me messing up, because I feel like it's like the closest kind of replica that you can get to like an actual live set, which we can't actually do right now because of Corona. So this next song that I'm about to sing came out actually just a month or two ago, so it's kind of one of my newer releases. It's called Gonna Be Okay, and I wrote it as my first. I experienced my first baby heartbreak back in like January this year, and I actually wrote it in January. And it's funny because heartbreak is never as crazy as I make it out to be. Of course, it hurts, but at the same time, I overkill it sometimes. But anyways, this was just a baby heartbreak in January. I wrote this song feeling like I definitely was not going to be okay. I was just lying to myself when I wrote it, but eventually I look back on it and I'm like, yeah, I am okay. So yes. All right. So this is going to be okay. All right. Sorry, I had to reset my pedal. Turn my volume back up. All right, here we go. Last night I made out with another boy to get the taste of your lips off mine, but I'm thinking that wasn't my smartest choice. I think I had too much cherry wine. Ooh, I don't wanna soak in my bed all day just writing sad shit. Ooh, yeah, it hurts right now, but in time I'll be back before I know it. I'm gonna be okay getting over you, and I'm gonna feel so great, 'cause I know that all it takes is a moment for me to regain my balance. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay, 'cause I know my truth, I'm not coming back today. I just gotta give myself a damn moment for me to regain my balance. No, 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 no. Am I gonna be okay, okay? I pray I take it day by day. I pray my troubles up away. I pray that I won't feel the same ways I did before. Crying on my bathroom floor. I just need some time and then I know I won't feel anymore. Ooh, I don't wanna soak in my bed all day just writing sad shit. Ooh, yeah, it hurts right now, but in time I'll be back before I know it. I'm gonna be okay, getting over you, and I'm gonna feel so great, 'cause I know that all it takes is a moment for me to regain my balance. Yeah, I'm gonna be okay, 'cause I know my truth, I'm not coming back today. I just gotta give myself a damn moment for me to regain my balance. I'm gonna be okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna be okay, okay. Hey, I'm gonna be okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna be okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. That song is so fun. It's like serotonin in song form. But anyways, all right. Moving on to the next song. So this one is our very first unreleased song of the night, or day, or whatever time you're watching this. Yeah. Oh, indeed. Oh, indeed. Anyways, this is called Feel Alright. It is one of the lead singles off of my upcoming EP that's going to be released next month, which I'm so incredibly excited about. But you guys are going to get the first little sneak peek of it. So, yeah, here we go. All right. You don't really wanna be me. You don't really wanna the things I've seen. You don't even know the real thing. Wish I could erase the things I've seen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think that I'm special, just know that I'm not. Learned how to be on my own, I forgot what love's supposed to feel like. What I'm supposed to feel like when you're holding my hand. All I feel is this night, tied up inside like it's waiting to ride. I don't wanna be like, I don't wanna be like an empty face on a screen, caught up with what people think of me. A battered old cash machine, trapped it inside of my wildest dreams. And if I could escape my mind, maybe for an hour, maybe I would find a better place to rest my eyes, so I could feel alright. I never asked for it, I repeat. I never asked for it, and all my friends saying nothing they don't understand. How the hell they got me feeling like a thankless bitch? Yeah, done with these people, I'm done with this moment. I'm done feeling guilty about the things I can't control. You must think that I'm so ungrateful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Think that I'm special, just know that I'm not. Learned how to be on my own, I forgot what love's supposed to feel like. What I'm supposed to feel like when you're holding my hand. All I feel is this night, tied up inside like it's waiting to ride. I don't wanna be like, I don't wanna be like an empty face on a screen, caught up with what people think of me. The battered up case machine, trapped it inside of my wildest dreams. And if I could escape my mind, maybe for an hour, maybe I would find a better place to rest my eyes, so I could feel alright. Thank you. Cool. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. That's coming out sometime at the beginning of next month. And I'm super excited for it. Just be on the lookout for the whole project. It's a really cool project, and I've been working on it for roughly like 2 years now. So, all right, we're gonna switch and go back to Kaya. This is the name of my acoustic guitar. I name my guitars. The pink one, the electric one, is named Tofu, and the acoustic one is named Kaya. So, I feel like it's just so fun to name your instruments. It's like you're kind of giving them people names, except Tofu's not a person name, but you know what I mean. It's fun, you know, you develop a connection with your instruments. All right. Okay, so this next song came out just this past summer. It came out in kind of a mini EP project that honestly I'm so proud of. Like, this was probably one of the projects that I released that I was most proud of. And unfortunately, I'd have to say it was probably one of the most underrated projects because it just didn't do really well with playlisting and stuff. But be sure to check it out if you like what you're about to hear. It's called Limelight, and it's a mini EP that I released back in, I think, at the end of June. 2 songs, 2 of my favorite songs that I've ever really written and made. But yeah, check it out. This is one of the songs off the mini EP. It's called Revenge. So here we go. All right. I only want you for the night, and when it's over, think it's best we say goodbye to you. Think I'm done with you. Don't think I let you hit it twice, 'cause after all, you never cared as much as I do. I was down for you. Now I'm a heartbreaker, never chasing after your ass. No, you can't take it when I make it up to first class. I'm a wild one, no love left in the past. No, I'm new. You're mistaken, I'm not breaking, and you don't get me again, yeah. I'm not foolish, I've been through this, and I don't wanna pretend that you were in love with it all from the start. I know you've been faking it, don't want your heart anymore. A heartbreaker, you can't take it, and now I'll get my revenge, yeah. Post it up on TV, now you wanna see me, but you don't get to see shit. Thinking that you know me, claiming that you own me, but you never think about all the times you say you had it, and all the lies you use. You had me down, so very down. Oh no, I'm a heartbreaker, never chasing after your ass. No, you can't take it when I make it up to first class. I'm a wild one, no love left in the past. No, you're a cloud chaser, always faking what you could be. Never took the time to let me know what I should have seen. I'm a wild one, no love. No, you're mistaken, I'm not breaking, and you don't get me again, yeah. I'm not foolish, I've been through this, and I don't wanna pretend that you were in love with it all from the start. I know you've been faking it, don't want your hurt anymore. Heartbreaker, you can't take it, and now I'll get my revenge, yeah. And now I'll get my revenge, yeah. And now I'll get my revenge, Hi, we're back. My camera just cut off, hence the jump cut. That should be the only jump cut of the set, hopefully. But yeah, that was a song Revenge. And now we've made it kind of halfway through the show, so we're at intermission phase. I'm gonna talk for a little bit just because my voice is tired, my fingers are tired, and I also want some water. But the next song that I'm gonna sing is from a project that I recently just dropped. It was like my most recent project. Let me set Miss Kaya down really quick. And let me get some water so I can just. So, I just dropped a mini mixtape. I love calling them mini mixtapes because I really don't want to take them too seriously as like a studio EP or whatever. All the songs are super short, like a minute and 30 seconds each. Because I just have the worst attention span. I feel like all human beings do at this point in our day and age. But I just thought it would be cool to drop something very short and sweet. And all these songs were self-produced, which I'm honestly super duper proud of. I think like as an artist, it's a really cool thing to be able to produce your own music too. So yeah, there were 3 songs on it, and I called it Over Dramatic, the mini mixtape. Essentially, it's a story mixtape, if that makes sense. So each song kind of has like a different sort of vibe and feel to it, but they kind of highlight this 3 stages of this really unhealthy cycle that I went through in my last relationship. And it just talks about how basically how like a toxic relationship goes. So the first track is called You're So, and I was told that I'm not allowed to curse or that I should refrain from cursing, so I'll just say freaking, but the actual name of it is the other word. It's You're So Freaking Mean to Me is the first track. And that's essentially about like understanding and realizing that like you're not being treated fairly in this relationship, and so you stand up and you speak for yourself. And then the second track is titled We Need to Talk, which is basically like all right, it's time to set this ultimatum. It's time to demand my needs and this and that. And it's time to, understand that I deserve more. And then the last track is called I'm Over Dramatic and I Miss You. And essentially it's kind of going back on your word and falling back into the toxicity. That's a word, toxicity of like the entire relationship. And basically I went through that cycle with this person for 7 months, and I just couldn't end the cycle. And every single time it'd be like, you're so mean to me, let's talk about it. Okay, just kidding, I forgive you, all is well, let's continue on. And like, you're not happy in that type of thing. Nobody is. And like, you can try and convince yourself all that you want that you are, but the truth of the matter is that you're not happy. And so eventually I ended the cycle. I was like, I'm fed up, I can't do this anymore. And after 7 months it was over. But I wrote this little mini mixtape to kind of honor, not even really honor, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I wrote it to kind of like acknowledge that it happened and that it was a cycle. And so what I'm about to sing is the last song off of the mini mixtape. It's called I'm Over Dramatic and I Miss You. It's very cute. So, all right. I feel like I did a lot of talking. Okay. Here we go. I'm so alone in my bedroom, hoping one day I'll be happy again. I'll be happy again. No, no, no. And do you ever think that we could go on that day? 'Cause I'll be happy again. I'll be happy again with you in my life. Till 3005, you keep me alive. I don't wanna hide these feelings, addicted to what you're dealing. I just wanna cry when you're not by my side. I need you tonight. I don't wanna hide these feelings, and I think my skin is feeling. 'Cause I love you. Boy, you know I don't know I really do. I can never hate you, hate you. I would give it all just to be with you. Damn, you know I love you, love you. Boy, you know I don't know I really do. I can never hate you, yeah. I can never replace you, yeah. So now I'm running back. Running back now, 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 running run it back now, run it, run it, run it, run it back now, run it, run it, run it, run it back now, run it back now, run it back now. Whoa. Thank you. Yes, it's a very short and sweet song, but it's very cute. Be sure to stream the entire. I'm literally shameless self promo. Be sure to stream the entire mini mixtape. It's really fun and cute. It will literally take you like 5 minutes to get through all 3 songs. And I'm just really proud of them. And I had a lot of fun making them. It was a fun little passion project. So yeah. All right. The next song that I'm gonna sing for you guys is unreleased. The next 2 are actually unreleased. The first one is called Grow, and I don't think I've actually released this one anywhere. Like, when I say released, I mean like put a little snippets up online and stuff. So this is like completely unreleased. Like nobody's has heard this. So Cal State Fullerton feels special. So it's called Grow. I wrote it, I want to say a year or 2 ago. I wrote it my sophomore year. So and it's got a lot of, like folky country vibes to it, which I think is funny because I am actually originally from Kansas, so I'm going back to my roots, kind of, not really. But yeah, here, let me grab this. I feel like I also probably should have like said a little bit about myself before we just started this set, which I'll say at the end. I'll tell you where to find me and all that stuff, but let's just get to the music for now. All right, so I'm gonna sit like this. Yeah, I can't really go into much detail about who I wrote this about and why I wrote it. So just listen to it and enjoy it. And yeah, this is Grow. All right, here we go. I just wanna be with you. Could you just hold it? Wait till I'm older. I could give you something new. You barely notice, but I'm controlled by what you say to me. Oh, you're so sweet. Got me wrapped around your finger for a year and a half. You still don't even notice. I just wanna spill the truth that I've been loving all of your hugs. I wanna tell you what I'm doing tonight and tomorrow. Pick me up, let's go to a lake cafe and drink away. People watching through the windows till it's 3 a.m. and then we'll go to bed. Late nights, awake, bright and drunk, fights underneath the city lights with you, feeling pretty high with you. Circumstantially, we could be everything if you just wait a minute. If you just wait for me to, I don't wanna see you with someone else. So please, could you just wait a minute? Could you just wait for me to grow, grow, grow? Could you just wait? And I don't know if I should speak to tell you the feelings that I've been keeping, but I know that I can't sleep with you on my mind. I'm stuck at the party thinking maybe we could be the thing, but I'm way too scared to think about the way you think. I guess I'll just forget it. Late nights in my bubble, bright lights, I'm in trouble. I don't want the truth, busy dreaming about you. Circumstantially, oh, we could be everything if you just wait a minute. If you just wait for me to, I don't wanna see you with someone else. So please, could you just wait a minute? Could you just wait for me to grow? 'Cause I put you on the back burner for years, and I just wanna feel myself in your arms. But if I told you, would you turn into my fear? Would you ever understand? I just wanna be with you. Could you just hold it? Wait till I'm older. I could give you something new you barely notice, but I'm controlled by what you say to me. Oh, you're so sweet, got me wrapped around your finger for a year and a half. Circumstantially, oh, we could be everything if you just wait a minute. If you just wait for me to, I don't wanna see you with someone else. So please, could you just wait a minute? Could you just wait for me to grow, grow? Could you just wait for me to grow, grow, grow? Could you just wait for me to grow? Clap, 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 clap. Thank you, Simon. Thank you. Cool. So, whew. I feel my voice getting tired already. All right, we're almost done. We have 2 songs left for the night or the day or whatever time you're watching this. My back hurts. We're making it through. So this next song is also unreleased. However, it's kind of floating out in the universe. The actual bones of it. The recorded studio session song is not released, so that's not floating in the universe. But some people might, if you're a Tiffany Day stan, if you know who I am, you probably know this song already. It's called "I Wish I Was Hannah." And I wrote this one when I was really, 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 really sad this summer, and everyone was like, "Oh, this gives me Heather vibes," which is I wasn't really thinking about Heather by Conan Gray, that song, when I wrote it. However, I do see how it could give somebody Heather vibes. But yeah, the actual girl's name is not Hannah. It's something else. I just chose Hannah because we have to preserve the. I don't know. I don't want to get exposed. So, yeah, this is "I Wish I Was Hannah," and I'm gonna switch guitars. So just bear with me for a second. Oh. All right. Here we go. I wonder if I like that. All right. Here we go. I know you're never gonna love me the way I want you to, the way I wanted you. I don't really wanna just be barely enough for you, 'cause damn, I want you so bad. But she had you first and you said that it hurt, but you've changed, no more games. And I just want you to love me like her. Damn, I never felt so insecure. It's a curse and I'm not doing okay. I wish I was Hannah, 'cause maybe then I feel you love, maybe then I'll be enough for you. I wish I was Hannah, 'cause maybe then we'd be alright. Maybe then you hold me tighter to you. Ooh, and you say it's a narrative. How does someone like that just change in a moment? And I think you're full of it. Maybe you should have never told me, 'cause now I know she had you first. And you say that you were so in love, it's a drug. And I just want you to trust me like her. Damn, I've never felt so insecure. It's a curse and I'm not doing okay. I wish I was Hannah, 'cause maybe maybe then I feel you love me, maybe then I'd be enough for you. And I wish I was Hannah, 'cause maybe then we'd be alright, maybe then you hold me tighter to you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, she had you first and you said that you were so in love. It's a joke, and I just want you to love me like her. Damn, never felt so insecure. It's a curse, and I'm not doing okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And now that we're in the mood, we're gonna amp it up and change things around completely differently because this is the last song of the day or the night. And this is my favorite song. My favorite song in the in the group of favorite songs, because obviously I said earlier Cloud Chaser was my favorite, but I liked this song so much that I got a tattoo of it on my arm. So it's on me permanently for the rest of my life. But before I even sing the song, I have to explain the song because the thing is, the meaning of this song is so odd and strange, and it's weird that I could even like put it into a song form. But it's called TWFNO, and it stands for Time Waits for No One, which sounds really cheesy and stupid. However, when you really think about it, it is such a good way to live your life, and I will explain to you why. I'm going to start with an analogy, okay? I don't know how much time I have left, but it's okay. I'm going to start with an analogy. So imagine that you have a bank account and I put, let's say, $1,000 into your bank account every single day. And you're allowed to spend it on whatever you want. You can buy, I don't know, clothing, food, whatever. And every 24 hours, you get a new 1K. But the catch is that at the end of every day, all the money that you didn't spend, I take it back. You don't get to keep it. It doesn't get to roll over to the next day. So you just get it 1K a day, spend however much you want to, and then I take the rest back. So logically speaking, everyone would want to spend the full 1K a day, right? Like, since you're not going to be able to save it, you might as well just spend all this money. Um, and now, if we replace this with time, you have 24 hours in one day. And at the end of the day, once the 24 hours are up, you don't get any of it back. None of it rolls over to the next day. That's literally time that was just lost. So basically, it's asking you, I'm asking you to think, what are you actually doing with your time during the day? Because time doesn't wait for anyone. So like, it's okay to like be lazy. It's okay to like take time for yourself and stuff. But at the same time, like, it kind of just teaches you not to like overkill it, in the sense of, don't cry for like 17 hours over that boy who literally is not going to impact you in like 10 years. Don't cry over your math exam that you failed. Like, don't like get so caught up in all of these little things, and like don't waste your time scrolling mindlessly through Instagram stories either and all this stuff. I feel like literally looking down at my arm and seeing TWFNO just like helps remind me that like I need to keep living my life and like doing things with my time that make sense. And that I won't look back on and be like, damn, I just wasted that. So I wrote a song about it, and it's called TWFNO. So yeah, that's the explanation for it. I hope maybe that blew your mind or changed it somehow to maybe consciously spend your time a little bit better. But here we go. This is TWFNO. I'm gonna reset my loop pedal really quick. Don't listen to it. Hold on. All right. Okay. Oh no. Sorry, technical difficulties. And this is the last song of the night. And all right, here we go. 2, 3, 4. freeway, cruising down 85, and I'm feeling okay. Never mind, all that shit built up inside is okay to feel alive. I got permission from my mom. Got some leeway, take my time. I don't really think that you have a heartache, you'll be fine. I'm thinking maybe it's a lunch break with the Sprite. So are you gonna play along? Running with a clock, but you can't beat time. So don't bother trying, cause she waits for no one. I'm racing with a hand, but I'm not that fast. As a matter of fact, I'm looking back, I see no progress. Ooh, I can't waste this damn view. So amazing, it feels so brand new. Even though I've seen it all before, baby, I want more. Can you give me more time? Ooh, I'm in love with the truth. How it feels so damn good to be you. I'm not sure how long it's meant to last, but can we make it last? Or can we take a step back? So here's my pep talk. I want you to imagine I put in $1 million every damn day, spending all I don't care. You can have it your way, but at the end I'm taking what's not spent. You can't say no shit about it. You can't live without it. Don't try and save it up, it doesn't work that way. Your cash ain't safe, compare that to the clock I see it's not so far off. I see your time is running up, running with a clock, but you can't beat time. So don't bother trying, cause she waits for no one. I'm racing with a hand, but I'm not that fast. As a matter of fact, looking back, I see no progress. Ooh, I can't waste this damn view. So amazing, it feels so brand new. Even though I've seen it all before, baby, I want more. Can you give me more time? Ooh, I'm in love with the truth. How it feels so damn good to be you. I'm not sure how long it's meant to last. Can we make it last? Or can we take a step back? Thank you. So my camera is literally about to die. I see it flashing, which makes me really scared. So I'm going to make this outro super quick. But thank you so much if you tuned in for the entire thing. I hope it wasn't boring. I hope it was fun. I hope that you enjoyed it. You can find me on social media at TiffDidWhat. I literally do this like I'm going to put text on it or something. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at TiffDidWhat. My YouTube is Tiffany Day. And then my Spotify and iTunes and everything is Tiffany Day. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. But yeah, be on the lookout for all of my new music. Oh no. Oh, it stopped recording. Okay, you're good. Okay, be on the lookout. Sorry, my camera literally just stopped recording again. I'm so scared. It feels like I'm like giving a Grammy speech. I'm on like a time limit. Please be on the lookout for all my new music. And I thoroughly appreciate you so much for paying attention to me and listening to me. Without you guys, this literally wouldn't be possible. I hope I converted some of you new people into being Tiffany Day stans. If not, that's okay. Have a good life. If I did, stick with me and we'll be chilling. So thank you so much. And I'll see you all one day, hopefully in the future. Bye, everyone. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Willa from ASI Programming, and we're here today with the amazing and talented Tiffany Day. So Tiffany, how are you today, and how have you been spending your time in quarantine?
I'm good. I I've been sleeping a lot, like a lot. And other than that, honestly, just balancing college and music at the same time because right now I'm still in college. So it's been really just like online classes and music. Those are the two things that have kind of been filling up my quarantine.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know about you, but online class just like does not hit the same.
I know.
Definitely hard to like balance everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I tried to like, I asked my parents, I was like, can you just let me take a gap semester? And they were like, coming from an Asian background, they were like, not happening. So just got to kind of rough it out.
Yeah, I totally feel that, especially because at Cal State Fullerton, they announced that next semester is also online. So
the whole like no hybrid classes, like all classes are online.
Well, I think it's like some are hybrid, but they announced that like most of them are going to be online. So we're definitely with you there on that online school struggle.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks.
Definitely. So on Spotify, you said that your music is a unique mix between subgenres, reflecting different aspects of indie, bedroom, and electronic pop. It seems that you listen to lots of different genres and artists. So who have you been currently listening to?
Wow, good question. I want to like pull up my Spotify right now just to like look. I think so. I grew up listening to like a lot of pop, like that was my main thing. I think just like hearing whatever was popping on the radio was really fun. But I also went through a phase in high school where I was super duper into rap. And then I also went through another phase where I was really, really into electronic music. And that's not to say I'm not into them anymore. Like I still listen to them all the time, and I think that they do pay some sort of tribute into the music I'm making. I also feel like for me, I'm like all over the place. Like there's a lot of unreleased tracks that I have yet to like share with the world that are just like very different. So it's almost gonna be like me jumping around. But at the same time, like I think the common factor that all the tracks have is the fact that like I enjoy them and like they make me happy and they make me dance and I feel like they'll make other people feel good too. I'd say right now I've been listening to a lot of Joji, his new album, and then also a lot of Mac Miller and Ruthin too. I don't know if you know who Ruthin is. He's kind of like a electronic producer, but he does a lot of like electronic influenced pop, if that makes sense. So yeah.
Oh, I actually have not heard of him, but I'll be sure to check all those artists out. I already have heard of Joji and Mac Miller, but for sure, I will definitely check the other person out too.
Yeah, Ethan's really cool. He's super young too. He's literally, I think, a year older than me, and I think he got like mentored by like Skrillex at like a young age or something. He's super dope. So
sick. So I've noticed from your YouTube music videos that you also serve as your own creative director sometimes, in addition to writing your own songs. Yeah. So I was wondering if you could walk us through your personal creative process of writing a song and bringing it to life musically and visually.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I love answering these questions. This is fun. I think so. When it comes to the actual music, I don't really plan too much ahead of time, if that makes sense. It's usually just what I'm feeling in the moment, or sometimes if I do have an idea, like for instance, we could use TWFNO as like an example. I'd like walk you through what I did with that.
For sure.
For that song, I like actually had the concept of Time Waits for No One in my head for a while, and I think that night I was just kind of feeling it, and so I had kind of explained to the producer what I wanted to write about, and then I just kind of did it. And it's funny because a lot of times, like with TWFNO, with my song Clout Chaser, a lot of times a piece of clothing could inspire like the entire visual aspect of it. So after we had initially created the song, I remember I was in New York for the weekend and I was thrifting and I found this really cool old vintage like sweatshirt, kind of like a dad sweatshirt. Cool. And yeah, it was super cool. I just loved the pattern, the vibe of the whole thing. And like, I guess that's kind of what I kind of based the whole feel and like vibe around that. And then I started working on the video treatment for it. And usually when I film my own music videos, I tend to want to visualize everything. I don't just like go there with the camera and be like, all right, time to film. Like I print out like a whole storyboard, and I will draw out every single shot of what I'm envisioning in my head. And then usually I'll just bring like a close friend of mine. In TWFNO's case, I actually had my brother film the entire thing, and we literally, it's on my desk right now, but this is the camera that we use. It's a little vlog camera that I saved up. I bought it in high school, and I never thought that I'd like use it again, but I use it all the time, and it has pretty good quality. And I really just like have my brother, like I kind of place him everywhere. I'm like, all right, I need you to move the camera this way, that way. And then, we like review the shots and everything. And then after that, I bring it into post editing, which I use Final Cut Pro on my computer, and I just color it, and I just make it the way that I hate to say that I'm a control freak, but sometimes I really am. I don't think there's anything too wrong with being a control freak, especially for an artist and you know what you want.
I feel like that's definitely like natural for an artist, wanting your hand and your like influence in every step of the way.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that's important, because if you don't have that, then you kind of lose the point of like being an original artist and like having that sort of like uniqueness to you. So yeah, that's usually how it goes. And then I end up releasing it. So yeah.
So fun. Yeah, that sounds like a great time, honestly. So since you've been doing music for a while now, what is the best advice you've been given throughout your musical journey, and how has it influenced you as an artist?
Okay, so I'd say there's two pieces of advice that I was given. The first one being right when I moved to LA. I had a family friend of mine, one of my mom's like old friends. She actually was like a judge for The Voice in China, which is very interesting. But yeah, I met up with her and we had dinner one night, and she was basically just telling me like, Tiffany, everybody in Los Angeles is considered a singer. Like everyone can sing here. And it's funny because when I had like got out to LA, like I really just considered myself a singer. I didn't like see myself as a writer or anything at all. But she was telling me, she was like, everyone here can sing. What sets you apart from other people is your original work and what you make and what you create. And I thought about that for a while, and it just made so much sense to me. I was like, unless you have a voice like Ariana Grande or like Mariah Carey, like you're not as different as you would think that you are from other people. And so I just started realizing like I need to create. Like I don't want to be a cover artist for the rest of however long I'm doing music. And so that's when I kind of started forcing myself into just writing more and like pushing myself to go to these sessions and like being with these people. And I think for a while I was really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. And the songs that I was writing were just like, I didn't like them. Like I didn't like my own work, and it took a while, but eventually like I got to a point where now I see myself as more of a writer than a singer at all, which is kind of crazy how I was able to make that transition,
Both.
Wow. Yeah. And then the second piece of advice, I think I struggled a lot with comparing myself to other artists. I think was a really big thing for me, and I was always comparing either the numbers or just like the general, I guess, vibe of like who I was as an artist compared to them. And a lot of times I'd get really discouraged and feel really bad about it. And then I kind of just like, this is more, I actually can't even remember who gave me this advice. It might have just been like a close friend of mine, but like it was basically just like, you are you. Like Tiffany Day is Tiffany Day. There's not another artist that I need to compare myself to or try to follow or try to look like or try to emulate, because at the end of the day, art is so subjective, if that makes sense. And like there are so many people out in the world who will like your art for what it is. So instead of trying to make it look like somebody else's or trying to look like another artist, like you really just have to embrace yourself, and then the rest will follow. And like you'll never be happy if you are constantly, chasing an identity that is not yours. So those two pieces of advice really helped me through it, and they still do to this day. So
wow, that's some great advice for all artists and just people in general. That's really inspiring.
Absolutely.
So are there any artists you want to collaborate with in the future? And if so, who are they and why?
So there's a couple. I love Jessie Reyes. I don't know if you ever heard of her, but I love her for her music, but I also just love her as a person and in general. I remember I went to go see her my senior year of high school, and like her performance like actually changed the way that I viewed like what an artist should be, which is crazy because I used to go to shows and I would simply just enjoy the music or whatever, but like I've never seen a girl who like did not care less, I guess. Like she like on stage when she was just jumping around and dancing around, like the energy that she had just reminded me of like me jumping in my bedroom and like dancing like nobody was watching. And it was so intriguing, like my eyes were just so glued to her. The things that she said, the things that she stood for. I also really admire her writing. So Jessie Reyes is like a huge one to me. I'd love to write with her one day, I think. And just like meet her as a person. And then I also really like I mentioned earlier, Weethan. I think it'd be really cool to work with him. I'm just a big admirer of like all of his work, and I think it'd be really dope one day. So yeah,
For sure. I can't wait for like one day you just collaborate with them, and I can say in this interview, I heard her say it first.
I love that. Fingers crossed. Let's hope it happens one day.
Definitely. So we're approaching the last couple questions. What would you, Tiffany Day, say your music says about you?
That's a very good question. I think for a while I struggled with kind of adjusting and figuring out what my music was. And I think it's always going to be a constant state of growth, and things are always going to kind of change throughout my career. I think right now in this exact moment, especially with this EP coming out, it's a little tricky because music takes a long time, and I think that's something that a lot of people, like a lot of the consumers, they're not really aware of that. This EP that I'm about to drop next month, I've been working on this for 2 years. We started this my freshman year of college, and I am now a junior. So it's been a long time, and it's not to say that the songs don't accurately represent me anymore, but it's just like there's been so much growth, you know?
Definitely.
I think the music that I plan on releasing early next year will be a little more accurate to, I guess, the current sounds of like how I feel and what I like. I think this EP will also be accurate too. It'll just give everyone a taste of like what's been going on these past couple of years. I'd say like the words energetic, bubbly, happy, just things that like reflect my overall character. I try not to like venture too far into experimenting with things that don't feel like me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I tried that for a little bit, but that did not work out. And so I think it's mainly just things that reflect, I guess, who I am. Yeah.
That sounds so fun. I love when the art really reflects the artist.
Absolutely.
So I'll definitely be looking out for those.
Yay.
I'm so excited to see you grow as an artist. Do you have any upcoming goals for yourself in your music?
Well, I want to go on tour so bad. However, we are in pandemic season. And obviously that's not going to be a thing for a while, which I've accepted. I think everyone's pretty much accepted it. I think honestly, just focusing on my discography and like really owning in on just like my art, if that makes sense. A lot of times I feel like people get really caught up in the numbers and just like, oh, like what's gonna sell, what's gonna do well, which like, obviously I guess should be a thing because in a sense like it is your living, so you do, have to make money off of it and live. But at the same time, like recently these days I've been just trying to remind myself of like why I chose to do this in the first place, which is because it makes me happy and it makes me feel fulfilled. And I think it's really important to take a step back and like look at the art that you're creating rather than, I guess, like who you're creating it for. And that's not to say that the people that you're creating it for are not important, because without those people, obviously, you wouldn't be able to, make the art. But more of just like paying attention to the quality and like the messages that you're trying to send and put out into the world. Because at the end of the day, a lot of things that you put out are very permanent. So I think that's kind of just a conscious goal of mine, to keep going in that direction and just be more aware of
what I'm putting out into the world. I think that's my only goal. I don't want to set any like actual tangible goals because everything's so uncertain in the world right now.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
A more of a mental goal is like weighing enough for me to just like, looking at. So
that's a great goal.
Thank you.
So we're on our last question. Where can people connect with you and find your music?
This is where I plug in all my social media.
Yep, that's right.
You can find me on Instagram at Tiff Did What. Like Tiff Did What? It's just a little quirky thing. And then you can also find me on Twitter at Tiff Did What. And then as for like YouTube, it's just all under Tiffany Day. Honestly, if you just search up Tiffany Day online, you'll find me. And on Spotify and iTunes and everything too is Tiffany Day. So yes.
Great. So that is all the time we have today, but thank you so much, Tiffany, for your time. And everyone, go stream her newest passion project and watch out for her new music. And catch y'all at the next ASI virtual concerts.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.